Previously on Junior MasterChef Australia.
What's up for grabs today is 2 places in the finals.
Sophia and Sienna dazzled the judges.
That is a cracker of a dish.
They are a knockout.
With their mouth-watering cuisine.
I can see that easily sitting on Gary's menu just as it is just there.
And won themselves a spot in the top 4.
I just can't believe that I'm in the final.
Oh my gosh, I've realised that I'm in the top 4.
Tonight, the last 2 finalists will be chosen.
This is no ordinary challenge.
Whoa.
This is a super challenge.
To stay in the game,
Now's the time.
they will have to cook like a pro.
Quick.
Running the kitchen of a high-class restaurant.
Customers are starting to walk through the door. Come on, hustle, hustle.
In the battle to make it
Smells good.
to Australia's first
Service, please.
Junior MasterChef Finals.
This fish is perfectly cooked.
There's no words to explain it. I'd love to get into the top 4.
Yesterday we competed in the mystery box and the invention test, and Sophia and Sienna moved through to the final 4. Today the rest of us are competing in a super challenge.
I'm wearing chef whites, like a real chef. What could that mean today? I mean, we're kids.
Welcome to one of the most important challenges you've faced so far here on Junior MasterChef. And this is no ordinary challenge. This is a super challenge. By the end of today, we'll know which 2 of you are going to join Sophia and Sienna in the top 4. That's how important today is.
I'd love to get into the top 4. There's no words to explain it, how much I want it. I would sit there all day and all night saying, I really want it, I really want it, I really want it.
As you know, Nick's been sick for a few days, but the good news is he'll be joining us later. Now, we couldn't have a super challenge without a super venue. And behind you is a restaurant called Flying Fish. This is famous here in Sydney. It's one of this city's best seafood restaurants, right here on Jones Bay Wharf. This is where you're going to battle it out for the final 2 spots.
I just got to go all out, and I've got to push myself today to get into the top 4.
Now, you can't have a famous restaurant without a famous chef and a famous owner. That man is Peter Kuruvita.
Welcome to Jones Bay Wharf and welcome to Flying Fish. I'm looking forward to working with you.
And what could be more awesome than running a one-hatted restaurant for a lunch service? Yes, you will be taking over Flying Fish and today feeding 40 guests with a delicious lunch.
Peter is actually handing it over to us, the kids. He expects us to run his restaurant. I think it's crazy.
Peter, you're allowing us to send our Junior MasterChef cooks into your restaurant. What will you be expecting?
One thing that I will not allow, one of those dishes to leave the pass not looking perfect. We've taken over my restaurant. Make sure that that dish makes me proud.
We're cooking for 40 people in Peter Kuruvita's name, and we're cooking on his turf. We've got to make sure that we do him proud and cook as good a dish as he would.
You'll each have a different seafood main course that is one of the Flying Fish classics. George, Matt, Anna and myself will be tasting and judging how it looks and how it tastes.
I'm really nervous because these dishes are probably going to be hard because it's one of the best seafood restaurants in Australia.
Hands on the cloches. Let's see.
Oh, that was cool, Peter.
The first time I saw it, I thought I really couldn't do it because it's got the 2 fillets of ocean trout that have somehow been put together. Yeah, it looks really confusing.
You can't figure it out, can you, Pierre?
No.
You're trying to work out how I made a piece of ocean trout stand up. It's a very simple dish. It's called sautéed ocean trout with asparagus, sauce creme and salmon caviar. Isabella, you have some beautiful flathead, which is crusted with brilliant breakfast tea, served in a seafood consommé with daikon and vongole.
It's amazing. It has so many elements to it and it looks quite hard.
Cassidy, you have a beautiful piece of Murray cod served on top of a corn puree with beluga lentils and tobacco rings. Jack, you have steamed coral trout with a smoked chicken consommé, shiitake mushrooms and stuffed zucchini flowers. Lucy, that dish is a deconstructed dish that my grandmother used to cook for me all the time. Beautiful, creamy Sri Lankan fish curry.
Lucy, a very historical dish for Peter. It's something that means a lot to him. Do you feel that pressure?
I do feel a little bit of pressure, but I know I've done a curry or two before. I haven't really made rice before, but it's actually quite easy. All you got to do is put it in the rice cooker.
Can I interject there? In my grandmother's kitchen, we didn't have a rice cooker, so you'll be doing it the traditional way.
You've got some stunning dishes in front of you to tuck in, have a taste.
I need to make sure that I replicate this dish exactly how it is that I'm eating it today.
Can you taste the smokiness, Jack?
I can.
Now, Peter, what's the other critical component of a great dish?
Great produce. I was at the markets at 4 o'clock this morning. It's about going out there and, you know, looking for that fish that winks at you, that says, hey, buy me, because I'm the best fish.
This is about the full restaurant experience. You're going shopping for all your produce at the Sydney fish markets.
We're not only going to be cooking the food and serving the food, we're going to have to buy our food as well.
Bye!
We're going to have heaps of added pressure because we need the finest ingredients for today's super challenge.
Let's get out there and have a look.
Some ways to tell if it's a great piece of fish. The flesh, especially behind the gills, it should be nice and soft and not really hard.
Don't drop it.
It's amazing in there. All this fresh produce.
Yellowtail.
All I need to do now is find a really good quality flathead.
Have you ever seen a flathead this big before? And remember what I told you about the gills? Nice and red.
Some coral trout, please.
Coral trout? Which one do you like?
Probably that one there. It is extremely squishy in there. It's going to be a tight squeeze to get in all of our fish today.
You're going to be chefs. You both have to try a freshly opened oyster.
Peter gives me the oyster and I'm thinking, ugh.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it had a nice texture.
This is open. Don't throw up, though.
Whoa! I wouldn't go and eat it again, I think, because they're not great.
Yeah.
Coming back from the fish markets and racing back into the restaurant to get started cooking was very exciting and very, very nerve-wracking.
You've got 2 hours prep before lunch service begins. Your time starts now.
Hey, Nick, come here, mate. Everybody, look, Nick's back. Come here. Come on, Nick.
I've been sick for the last couple of days, but today is a super challenge, so I really need to get back and give it all I've got to get a spot into the final four.
Looks quite simple, but there's a few different techniques to it, okay? There's a blue-eye cod, crispy chicken wings and scallop mousse with chicken salt.
There's a lot of elements, the fish, the puree, the mousse, the little chicken wings, and I'm feeling a lot better, so I think I'll be able to do a lot better in the kitchen today in this challenge.
Good luck, and I'll come and give you a hand if you need it, okay?
Hey, Cassidy, how you going?
Yeah, good,
thanks.
Now, what are you making at the moment?
I'm making my onion circle things.
Okay, they're called like little tobacco rings or something. So they've got lots of little spices and things on top.
Yes.
You're doing the pan-fried Murray cod,
yes.
right? And it's got all these lovely little roasted onions and artichokes. That's a very complex-looking dish. Good stuff. All right, crack on. I'll speak to you later.
To make the scallop mousse, you cook off some leeks and some celery in just a pan. You strain that off and blend up the scallop and just all the solids. And then you just add a bit of cream bit by bit, but I accidentally add all the cream at once.
Unfortunately, my friend, you're going to have to do it again.
Jack, how are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
So tell me, what dish are you cooking?
I'm cooking steamed coral trout with asparagus and tea-infused consomme.
Sounds absolutely delicious. What's the biggest worry you have?
Well, the consomme, I need to make sure that it's perfect.
Now, consomme is basically a clarification of a stock.
Yeah.
So you're using protein. What have you got in there?
The chicken.
Chicken and egg whites?
Egg whites, yeah.
Yeah. And basically that's going to separate.
Yeah,
okay,
and you've got the clear stock underneath.
That's right. It's got to be clear, because that's the whole idea is when you look at it, you go, what's that? I'm drinking, like, hot water.
Yeah, yeah.
But then when you taste it, it's like, bang, this big explosion. That's a tough job, that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get to make a consomme. I think I was about a 3rd or 4th year apprentice. So, well, good luck, man.
Thank you.
Today I'll be cooking ocean trout with sauce cream and salmon pearls.
Okay, now what we've got to do with this is steam it for 4 minutes.
All right. Probably the hardest part of this dish, I believe, is the trout. You have to get 2 fillets together, put that on Glad wrap and just keep rolling it tightly, twist the ends, then you have to steam that. After it has been steamed, that has to go into the fridge. Then you have to cut it, then you have to sear it, then you have to bake it, then you have to serve it.
Isabella, how you going?
Hello, I'm going good, thanks.
What dish are you cooking today?
I'm cooking a seafood consomme with a tea-crusted flathead and some poached scampi.
Wow, so Jack's doing consomme and you're doing consomme too. It's a battle of the consommes. Yeah? Your knife skills, have a look at that. That looks absolutely fantastic. Go get it. Good girl. There's fish being filleted, there's consommes being made. Half an hour down, you're in a good place, but you've got an hour and a half until lunch service kicks off. Right, Luce, how you going?
I'm going good.
There's a lot of mess in here.
Yes.
So tell us your dish. You're doing Peter Kuruvita's fish curry. Now, this is something that's really special to Peter, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that's his grandmother's recipe. And you're also going to cook rice as well. You're going to do that a traditional way, or...?
It's finally time to show my mum what I can really do.
Wow, I love that. And as a cook, as a chef, a restaurateur, there's nothing better than feeding customers. That's what it's all about. You go for it, and I come back a little bit later.
Awesome.
Smells good.
When I look down at my puree, I'm not really happy with it because it's, it's got bumps in it.
What we'll do is we'll just pass it through a fine sieve.
Okay, yep. If I have a lumpy puree, it will be my downfall.
Okay, so see that?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy.
If it cooks too long and that raft breaks up, it will make the stock really cloudy. Let it settle and then start to pass it off.
Yeah.
All right? But you've got to be really gentle when you do that.
Peter told me that the rings of circle pastry might be one of the hardest parts, and because you can't have them broken. To make the pastry, you have to butter 2 big pastries together, slice them thinly, then put it around the mould.
Wow, it feels different in here. It's so different to the MasterChef kitchen. We're here at Flying Fish in this commercial kitchen instead. 1 hour to go. Love the concentration, guys. Keep it going.
Your curry is burning.
Is it?
Yes.
My curry is burning. I thought for a second, so I started again. And I really thought, no, I have no time. I'm just gonna have to keep stirring and hopefully maybe add a little bit more fish stock, a little bit more coconut cream.
Take that off.
I can't start again.
Good. Think you're going to be ready on time?
Just starting on my zucchini fowls, and I've got plenty of time to go. So
What else do you have to add to that?
To the stock? Well,
Read your recipe.
when Peter came over and said I was missing out something from my consommé, and I was pretty sure I haven't. I'd read it over and over and over again. I've done what it said. I'm just gonna leave it because he must have something wrong with his taste buds at the moment because I have done what I'm supposed to do.
We're here at a Flying Fish and they're cooking in the restaurant kitchen. These kids have never seen anything like this before, but a lot at stake. 2 spaces left along with Sophia and Sienna in the finals week, and that's what they're fighting for. These dishes have to be perfect.
Lucy's struggling a tad. She's doing a family recipe of Peter's, his grandmother's. She's burnt the first batch of curry. Let's hope she can pull it off.
Yeah, and I think Pierre as well is struggling a bit too. But you know what he's done? He's wrapped the ocean trout really beautifully. He's cooking a nice little sauce creme. So there's some nice elements on the dish, and as always, Pierre is confident as.
Jack's doing a dish that involves a consommé, and it's been ticking along longer than it should have. It could be cloudy, and that's not good.
So Isabella's doing a consommé as well. She's got that beautiful dish, which is, you know, the dusted and fried flathead.
But you know what's exciting is looking over at the moment, she's ladling her consommé through the sieve.
It looks beautiful.
That looks fantastic.
Guys, because we want to make sure you have the best possible service, we want to support you as much as we can, I brought 2 willing helpers, Sophia and Sienna, to help out on the floor and to help serve your lunch. Come on, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Come on, guys. All my
Hopefully
service.
you'll make really good food.
They all look a little bit nervous, and I'm really glad that I'm not in their shoes today.
Your tea.
Thank you.
Now.
Thank God Peter pointed out the missing ingredient in my consommé, the tea. Without the tea, it wouldn't have been tea-scented consommé.
And it's smoked with cinnamon wood.
Oh.
So remember that, and your consommé is starting to bubble up. I'd be very careful.
I reckon I should take it out now, shouldn't I?
I think we should too.
Right, this is where the pressure builds in a commercial kitchen. You've got half an hour till service time. That means the sound of happy customers walking through those doors. Come on, guys. Keep it going.
The worst thing that could stuff up with my consommé is me breaking the raft. If you get bits of raft in, it's not a consommé. I'm really hoping that my consommé is so right and so perfect that I can get one of those spots in the final 4.
I was really, really pushing for time, and I have no clue what I'm doing, and I've technically stopped looking at the recipe, and I'm just chucking things in. Hopefully, it's not going to taste so bad. Hello, welcome to Flying Fish. Let me take you to your table.
Customers are starting to walk through the door. Come on, hustle, hustle.
Guys, you've got 1 minute to go before your prep time's over. If you're going to panic, now's the time. Come on.
So put it on a clear plate just for your final check.
Oh, yeah?
It's very good.
I haven't done the tea yet. I had 1 minute to go, and I still haven't put tea in my consommé. Well, hello.
Oh my God, our parents are here. As my mum walked in and saw me, I nearly had a heart attack.
What the?
Seeing my mum walk in,
I'm shocked.
I see Mum over there, I give her a little wave, and the excitement of owning a restaurant comes in.
And, you know, I'm looking around for my mum, and I see her, and then I realise, oh my gosh, I've just got to keep on cooking. I've got stuff to do, get to service.
Right, guys, your 2 hours of preparation is now over. Service starts now. Good luck.
Service is the best bit. Forget all the prep, forget all the hard work. This is where you get to cook those beautiful dishes. So best of luck. And I can't wait to taste them.
actually quite hungry.
I know. I am now too.
Isn't this nice?
Yeah, lovely.
Is it feeling lovely in here? It's great atmosphere. Warm bread.
I'm just glad we're here because I've been waiting for you guys to take me out to lunch.
Yeah, well,
And I really feel like we are out to lunch.
I'm shouting. Order whatever you like.
Can you clean your bench, please? The secret is to leave it in the pan.
I didn't work these up. I have no clue.
Calm down, think about what you're doing, cook your fish perfectly.
My heart starts pounding when it's service time, but I just put my head down and start cooking.
Make sure that not only the fish is hot, I want the garnishes hot as well. Lucky you're not having to do this one.
Yeah.
How many plates are you doing?
Where's my... You took my... Got to get this dish out and it's got to be perfect. This is what's going to decide if I stay or if I go. So I've really got to get it nice today.
3 more. Need some more oil in there, right?
Okay, what's happening with this fish? Is it cooked?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm telling you it's not. Let me finish it off in the oven. Is that sauce hot?
Yeah, it's still hot.
Good.
It's actually quite hard to coordinate the elements. Even if my fish and my rice is nice and warm, my curry could be freezing cold. So I just got to sort of coordinate and make sure that they all get put on the plate at the same time. Loose. Quick, quick. Oh, God.
Service, please.
These are going for the judges, right?
Yes.
This fish, I can tell you, is perfectly cooked.
That makes me feel so relief. Even if I go home, I think I'm going to be really proud that Peter's just like perfect, perfect, perfect with all my fish.
Not bad, Cassidy. Let's get them up quickly, okay? They look really nice, though.
Thank you. Service. There you go. Thanks.
Well, this is Cassidy's dish, and she's done a roasted Murray cod with little beluga lentils, onions, artichokes, and these little tobacco rings, which are actually onion rings. A really gorgeous-looking dish, quite complex. Shall we taste?
I really enjoyed that. There's a lot going on that plate, all beautifully done. My fish was perfectly cooked on the inside, but would have loved it to be crispy. We all like crispy skin. It's much easier to cut through. But apart from that, I think she's executed this dish really, really well.
I'd love to see that corn puree a little bit brighter, a little bit more yellow, a little bit more corny when you taste it. And that's really a minor pick for what is a really great representation of one of Peter Kuruvita's dishes.
Oh. Did my child cook this? All the flavours go together so well. I'm totally blown away.
There's one thing I'm not going to let happen here, guys, is raw food to go out, all right? All right, you happy?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, let's go. Service, please.
I'm very happy with my dish. I think it looks quite a lot like Peter's grandma's dish, and hopefully it tastes like it too.
Well, this is Lucy's dish, and it's a Sri Lankan fish curry.
This is an old family recipe of Peter's that he treasures. Is quite signature to here at Flying Fish.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to taste.
I found some bones, a number of bones, 4 bones, which is obviously, not ideal. First time I believe Lucy's cooked rice outside a rice cooker, beautifully fluffy.
This fish is once again beautifully cooked, and I think Lucy's totally done it justice. It's a really comforting dish. Everything tastes fantastic, and it's all beautifully cooked.
It's been just a fantastic experience, and yes, I did think she could plate up something like this.
Come on, let's go, mate, let's go.
Oh, it burns.
I'm not happy with the stock, it's not hot enough.
Slowly doesn't.
Good work, Pierre.
That's better. A bit of encouragement is nice. Good boy.
You're doing a really good job. Come on.
You happy with them?
Not really.
Let's hope they taste good. They look like you've cooked them well. We're going for the judges. Waiters.
Sending those 4 dishes out to the judges, I was a bit nervous, but it's just whatever they say.
Well, Pierre's made us this dish. It's ocean trout with sauce creme and salmon pearls. It looks so spectacular. I mean, these beautiful rings, which honestly, at the start of the day, I thought he would never get up. It looks beautiful.
What a lot of work's gone into this dish.
Yeah.
I love that veggies tang to the sauce creme. My asparagus is perfect. Those salmon eggs work so beautifully with those. And I love how beautiful that tower of ocean trout looks. The problem for me is that my ocean trout isn't cooked in the middle. I don't mind eating sashimi, but I think when you're actually a young chef in Peter Kuruvita's kitchen, you've got to do the recipe the way Peter would want it. How's your fish, George? That looks much better.
Yeah. Mine's cooked perfectly. It's really delicious. I've got a beautiful crisp collar. I can't really fault the dish too much. I think he's done a really tremendous job. He's a brilliant little cook, and watch him from here cooking.
Yeah.
And he's
going for it.
He's going for it, and I love that to bits.
This is beautiful. Never in my wildest dreams did I think he was going to serve me a dish like this. It's just lovely.
Did they look perfectly cooked, Isabella?
Yeah.
How are we going?
Good, just garnishing.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
It's 2 at a time, right? Good. Well done.
Cooked brilliantly, and the only thing I thought maybe I could have done better was that service. Just the start of it, I was a bit frantic, but other than that...
I just can't believe our kids have made these dishes. I'm really proud of her. I think she's done an amazing job in such a beautiful place, in a different kitchen. Oh, I'm just blown away.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Smell that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Here's Isabella's dish, seafood consommé with tea-crusted flathead, poached scampi, daikon and vongole. Almost exactly like Peter's dish. That is really impressive, but what would it taste like?
The way she's cooked the fish, I think she couldn't have cooked it better, really. It's really moist on the inside and crunchy on the outside. She's done a really fabulous job. I actually find it really hard to believe that a 12-year-old has prepared this entire dish. Everything about it. The scampi is perfect. The daikon, beautifully cut, perfectly crisp. The vongole, delicious. I can't fault this dish. I think it's really amazing.
Ready? Because the judges, I think, are ready to go. So we're going to need your food up as soon as possible, please.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that's probably concerning for me is that the pumpkin looks a little bit messy, but the fish is going to be covering it, so I think it's going to be okay. There's just a little bit of dirt on the root of the crust leaves, so I'm really scared that that's going to stop me from getting through.
Food's going out. Waiters, we've got 2 more dishes to cook.
Ooh, next dish.
Wow.
Well, this is Nick's dish. It's blue-eye cod with pumpkin puree, chicken wings and scallop mousse. Presentation's not bad. Just looking across, it's a little bit clumsy in certain spots. I mean, I've got a little bit of dirt left on the end of my...
Me too.
My lettuce leaves. Actually, I've got a fair bit of dirt. It ain't pepper, that.
Have we got 1 each?
Matt got a bit as well.
Perhaps he didn't realise he was in too much of a panic.
Shall we taste?
Yeah. I think this is a fabulous little dish. I think fabulous combination of flavours. I really love those little meaty beans, the pumpkin puree, which is sweet, and then that blue eye, which I think, when I have a piece of blue eye cooked that well, it reminds me of the first time I tasted it when I came to Australia. It's a very meaty, very substantial fish, got beautiful fillets in it. Absolutely spot on, really love it. Let's not forget, Nick was sick the last few days, and he's come back into the kitchen and put up a little cracker. Very good job.
It's absolutely amazing. I'm just blown away. He's raised the bar. This is what I want at home every night now.
I think my mum liked the dish that I sent out to her. I hope she did. She's never really hated anything that I've cooked. I don't think so.
All right, Jack, so the judges are waiting.
All right.
Let's get 4 plates up right now. Get the bowls up on the pass.
All right.
All right, that looks good, all right? Let's go.
All right, just take it out now.
Start serving. Let's just start plating.
Service, please. I've put up all 4 dishes for the judges.
Let's go, guys. Jack, you now have to start thinking about feeding the rest of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Ooh. Brilliant.
Thank you.
This is Jack's dish, and he's done a steamed coral trout with a tea-infused consommé, shiitake, and of course that beautiful little steamed zucchini flower.
It just smells so beautiful. It
Yeah.
perfumes the air. I mean, that's coming from that consommé.
And beautifully clear as well, which is great.
Does this look like a flying fish dish to you guys? Or
I reckon
this
it does. I reckon you could pass it off. Well, let's taste.
Let's do that.
See how he's done.
I think Jack's produced a really beautiful, delicate fish dish here. That coral trout is just beautiful. You can still taste its lovely sweetness, and it's perfectly poached, particularly in the middle. It's really silky. The consommé was lovely and clean, and you could just taste the smokiness of the tea coming through. I think he's done a beautiful job with this dish. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. And that consommé, which has a little bit of the tea's flavour, I think that's a beautiful example of a really clean, classic flying fish dish.
Yeah, he's just amazed at being somewhere like this. He just would never have dreamed of it, not from Tassie anyway. So it's incredible.
They should all be very proud of themselves. They all did a brilliant job. And, you know, us sitting here and judging them with 40 people in the restaurant is immense pressure. They're an amazing group of kids.
Well, we've discussed the merits of these various magnificent MasterChefs. I think we know who's going through to make up the final 4. It's time for us to go and tell them.
Hopefully I've done enough to get into the top 4, but if I haven't, I've still gotten so far. And I've got to cook with Peter Kuruvita, and that's something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I'm so nervous. I was getting butterfingers. I was almost shaking. I was about to fall to the ground. It's just so nerve-wracking knowing that 4 people are going to go home today.
Peter, you handed over the keys to your kitchen and let these kids in. Was it a good decision?
An excellent decision. The way all of you cooked your fish was brilliant. The way you all were calm under fire, and you put your heads down and you produced restaurant quality food. And I am very proud to have you in my restaurant, and I do hope you remember it forever, because I certainly will. Thanks a lot.
Well done, guys. Jack, how did you feel about lunch today?
It was really hectic, trying to get up all those dishes and make sure everything was the right amount of hotness. It was really hard, and it'll be a couple of years till I start up a restaurant.
Lucy, do you think you nailed your dish?
I hope so. I hope I've done enough to get me through.
Well, guys, there's a lot riding on the outcome of this super challenge. The last 2 places in the final 4 up for grabs. The chance to join Sienna and Sophia.
I'm really hoping that it's Izzy, because I'd love to be in the top 4 with her, because I think she's a really great cook. So my fingers are crossed, and I really hope she can make it.
Time to cross everything, if you haven't already. This is for the 2 spots in the finals week. If I call your name, please step forward.
I am so nervous standing in front of those judges, and I really want to join my sister there, because it'd be fantastic.
The first person through is Jack. Come on, give it, yeah. Brilliant job, yeah. Let it go.
Yes.
And Jack, I think, nearly peed his pants. Jack was so excited. His whole face went bright red. For getting through, I feel very happy for Jack.
That beautiful piece of coral trout that you steamed so perfectly was just absolutely spot on. It was clean, it was crisp. The little zucchini flour and the filling that you put in it, you know, there's that hit of garlic and flavour that just made you realise that somebody who's got a palate put this dish together. So you deserve your place in the final. Well done.
Thank you so much. Well done.
There's just one more spot left, and that spot goes to Isabella. Isabella! Do you feel good?
Oh my God.
Give us a big
I don't know. This is amazing. Gosh.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. I do this so much. Wow.
Can I tell you something? Your dish was fabulous. The consommé that you made, that little sweet, slightly tinged with orangey brown consommé was absolutely perfect. Your little daikon radish, cut absolutely perfectly. You should be so proud of yourself. So congratulations. Join the rest of the guys. You're through to the final four.
I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm really proud of her.
You did a great job. I feel very happy for Isabella. Those two definitely deserve to go through.
She did good. Oh, Lucy.
Cass. You did a great job, okay?
This dish was great.
You're great, Nick.
Well done, Nick.
Right, it's a little bit emotional, but let's put things in perspective. You single-handedly made us drop jaws and look at you guys cook, and out of disbelief, we looked on and watched you cook some amazing dishes. You guys have been brilliant. Well done.
I don't really mind right now because I've gotten this far, top 8. So many kids would want to be where I am right now at the Flying Fish restaurant, but they're at school. I'm very proud of myself that I got this far.
Nick, you've done a brilliant job today. I looked over at you flipping little confit chicken wings on a hot plate and cooking them absolutely perfectly, all lovely and golden brown, and just going, that's not a kid, that's not someone who's under 12 years old. You are a good cook, my friend. You're a good cook. So I want you to keep it up because you've got a talent, all right?
Pretty disappointed that I didn't get into the top 4, but I'm still really proud of myself and I'm really happy.
Lucy, you are a really wonderful little cook. You are so beautiful to watch. And if I had a team, I'd want you on my team because you're such a beautiful, generous team member.
Sorry.
You're so encouraging to all of your fellow cooks here.
Tiana, you did really good.
And I'm sure you'll go a long way with that.
Yeah, I've had the best time here and I've done the best I can do and that's all I can do.
Pierre, one word, memorable. You have given us some of the most memorable moments and I'll never forget that lamb Wellington.
That looks incredible.
I think that goes down as a dish, you know, on the wall of that MasterChef kitchen, never to be forgotten. If there's someone that I look at and I go, will they be a chef when they're older? I think you're gonna be. Mate, if that's your dream, go for it, because you're gonna be a brilliant one. Mark my words.
Thank you.
Brilliant job, mate.
George's feedback was very nice. He said that day was like one of the best days for him.
Cassidy,
Yeah.
you have been an absolute star in this kitchen. Not only for the way you handled yourself in the City Swans Challenge, not only for your crazy Florentines, but above all, you are the only person in the history of MasterChef Australia to cook a risotto that was edible. Only person ever. Really well done. Your name will live forever as the defeater. Well done. It's been a joy watching you cook.
Thank you.
I'm never going to stop cooking because if I did, that would just be a waste of a spot in Junior MasterChef, but I'm definitely going to keep cooking and I don't want to stop cooking.
Now, to help you continue with your love of cooking, you don't leave empty-handed. You get a little prize pack that's full of goodies, and that includes a Scan Pan IQ cookery set, you get a Spectrum set of knives, and from Sunbeam, you get a Mixmaster and a stick blender. Now, we've also got something very special, and that's a beautiful Junior MasterChef trophy. So, Nick, come up and grab yours. Well done! Good job, mate. Well done. There you go. Fantastic. Well done. Well done, my darling. Give me a kiss. Good job.
Congratulations, darling.
There you go. Well done.
Well done. You really well.
And last up, yeah. Well done.
Kiss him. Guys, you've done so well. It's been so great having you here in the Junior MasterChef competition. Now's the time to go and see your parents and give them a big hug too. And hopefully, we'll see you again one day.
I'll think not.
Oh, we can handshake, we can handshake.
That's it. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very proud of you, Mummy. I'm very proud of you.
Sophia, Isabella, Jack, Sienna, you are our final four. From now on, there's only one objective, and that's to get to the grand finale, to be one of the last two Junior MasterChef contestants still standing.
I so badly want this spot. I'm going to give those three girls a run for their money.
Congratulations on making it so far. You may now leave our presence. Well done.
Next time on Junior MasterChef.
This is the Junior MasterChef Finals.
The top four go for broke.
You're going to face challenges that are going to push you to all your limits.
In a last chance battle.
2 of you will be going through to the grand finale. 2 of you will be leaving the competition.
Hopefully today I can pull off a really good dish.
Who will make it to Australia's first Junior MasterChef Grand Final?
Wow, it's really blown me away.